Cloudy World, and man, today we're talking about NFL players that refuse to get better. Like, comment, subscribe, no more talking, y'all. And hey, let's get into it.
NFL players who refuse to get better, starting with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts was supposed to be that guy, a guy with elite athleticism, freakish size at 6'6".
Now, folks don't be knowing about Kyle Pitts. He used to actually be one of the best in the league, bro. What happened to bro? Like, for real.
Smooth hands and the ability to line up anywhere on the field. He really looked like a textbook modern tight end. I mean, this guy was viewed as a top 5 pick in the 2021 draft, which rightfully got him comparisons to guys like Tony G, and even some who said he could redefine the position itself. When you watched him at Florida, you wondered what could stop this guy.
Bro, because he actually was smooth. Bro, Florida be getting some of the toughest players consistently, bro. South Florida always had football on lock, specifically college football. They just got I don't know what it is with the recruitment, bro. They got a different hold on players for real.
The NFL immediately as a matchup nightmare who could stretch the field vertically and win contested catches. This draft certainly had talent with guys like Trevor Lawrence and Jamar Chase, but Pitts going forward.
Now look at Trevor Lawrence right now, bro, going crazy right now, bro. It's actually wild. 13-5 record, bro. They were just 13 last year, losing, bro. So that's why I'm really rocking with this new I'm rocking with this new season in general, bro. It feels like nothing is guaranteed for no team at all. Any team could be going home next week.
Like a home run pick. So surely the guy who was called a unicorn turned out to be a perennial Pro Bowler, right? Well, after his rookie season where he put up 1,000 yards, there were plenty of reasons to be excited. But it's not crazy to say that was his peak. Under Arthur Smith and alongside inconsistent QB play, the 2022...
I don't think this is Kyle Pitts' peak for real yet, in my opinion. I feel like Kyle Pitts has a lot left in the game, especially when I was watching that last game, bro, where they literally just fighting just to fight, bro. I appreciate them, bro, because now... Bears in Green Bay, baby. Let's knock them out real quick. Let's handle business. Let's handle business real quick. Light work.
Rookie season, but barring another explosive performance, he still won't crack 1,000 yards again. For a guy drafted 4th overall with generational talent, Kyle Pitts is.
But bro, people also gotta remember, bro, it's a quarterback's job, bro. Like, it's actually wild how much is controlled by the quarterback in every level, bro. It's actually ridiculous. Like some players are good enough where you can force it even with bad QB play, but it's not realistic.
His game. Another player who never really got any better was Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was one of the most electrifying college football players ever seen. The USC running back.
But it's that 2000s era, bro, football where all the old heads be loving it, bro. They love that little almost VHS low key with mid 2000s era, bro. It's actually crazy how many people look back at this being like the pinnacle of the running back era.
Heisman Trophy in 2005 and was a human highlight reel with his explosive speed, elusiveness, and ability to make defenders miss in the open field. Comparisons to Marshall Faulk and LaDainian Tomlinson flooded draft.
Got him real quick out that one.
Marveled at his versatility as a runner, receiver, and return specialist. The New Orleans Saints selected him 2nd overall in the 2006 draft with expectations
2nd overall, bro.
The running back position. His rookie season was solid with 565 rushing yards and 6 TDs on the ground, while adding 88 receptions for 742 yards and 2 more scores through the air. He also returned a punt for a touchdown, showcasing his potential game-breaking ability. Bush finished 5th in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting and looked like a potential dynamic.
5th ain't bad though, especially for the Saints.
That would really be as good as it got. Over 5 seasons in New Orleans, Bush never rushed for more than 600 yards in a season, averaging just 4 yards per carry. His best rushing year came in 2011 with Miami when he finally eclipsed 1,000 yards with 1,086 on the ground.
Okay.
He added another 1,000-yard season in 2013 with Detroit, posting 1,006 rushing yards and 506 receiving yards. But those are outliers.
I want a lot of 506 receiving yards is pretty smooth, bro. That shows he was a dual threat. And I feel like a lot of like running backs lately, bro, they're not being appreciated for being dual threats. Because that little quick little reception into a big gain is what I see a lot of players hitting, that slant route, quick play. And I feel as if that type of running back style isn't going to be appreciated because we're so used to the Saquon Barkley archetype. Or, you know, like people like Ashton Johnson, for example, where he doesn't have a good O-line and he was still able to put up some pretty good rushing numbers. But people will say he's a bust when he's just a product of a bad system and he's still able to elevate. If you know, like, football is such a team sport to where even if you're exceptional, truly elite in what you do, your team could still go negative. It's actually pretty crazy.
Wise disappointing career. Bush never was a workhorse back and lacked the power to run between the tackles consistently. He never developed the vision or patience to be an elite runner and relied pretty much entirely on his athleticism.
And as we already know, but athleticism runs out.
Jerry Jeudy had all the tools to become an elite NFL receiver.
Bro, get this trash bag off my screen, bro. I don't even want to talk about Jerry Jeudy. Get his trash bag off my screen, bro. He's getting skipped. I don't even want to, like, bro, Jerry Jeudy is so terrible, bro. And he acts like he's so tough. That's what be blowing me, bro. Like, you're not Justin Jefferson, bro. You're not Puka. You're you, bro. You're you in the most Jerry Jeudy way possible, bro. Like, Jerry Jeudy, I can't stand that dude, bro.
From the 2017 draft, expectations were sky high for a player who looked like a grown man playing amongst boys in the SEC. His rookie season delivered solid production, 1,040 rushing yards and 9 TDs on 268 carries.
That's smooth.
Fournette played a crucial role in Jacksonville's run to the AFC Championship game, rushing for 242 yards and 4 touchdowns across 3 playoff games. He looked like the workhorse back the Jags had envisioned.
That's fire.
Beneath the surface, problems were brewing. Fournette dealt with injuries in 2018, playing just 8 games and rushing for 439 yards. In 2019, he bounced back with 1,152 rushing yards and added 76 receptions for 522 yards, showing improved versatility as a receiving back.
Okay.
However, attitude issues and concerns about his conditioning became increasingly apparent. The reports surfaced of tension with the coaching staff, and he was benched during a crucial game due to what...
Bro, what is it with Jags and benching players, bro? Like, the Jaguars love doing that to prove a point, bro. That type of mentality is just so corny, bro. It always feels like if you think you're bigger than the program, we'll just literally, like, intentionally sell the game just to prove a point to you. Like, what does that do? What does that mean? Like, all that shows is that you have a loser mentality, that you're immature. I feel like so many of these coaches, bro, be 60, 70 grown children, bro. Absolute grown children, bro. From Eberflus to most of these other trash coaches to even Stefanski, bro. You're supposed to be trying to push your franchise to make motion. And I don't even know how the Cleveland Browns are even still an NFL franchise when how many head coaches have admitted to gambling, bro? It's kind of crazy. Hey, bro, it don't make sense to me, bro. Head coaches that don't do their job as head coaches will never sit right with me, bro. Because you have players' whole lives and careers on the line for you to do what? Waste time, bro? Everyone's on win now mode. That's the whole NFL mentality.
Coach Doug Marrone,
to me at least,
an internal issue. After the 2019 season, Jacksonville cut ties with Fournette as part of their rebuild. A stunning move for a former top 5 pick entering his age 25 season.
And their rebuild to
Bucks signed him for
like 10 years.
Where he served primarily
but it's happening right now.
During the regular season. But Fournette found new life in the playoffs, earning the nickname Playoff Lenny by rushing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns across 4 postseason games, including a Super Bowl ceiling touchdown against Kansas City. He remained in Tampa through 2022, proving solid but unspectacular production. After brief stints with Buffalo in 2023, Fournette found himself out of the league at just age 28. Over 7 seasons, he rushed for 4,518 yards and 34.
But I won't lie, 7 seasons is pretty strong though, bro. A lot of people, like, average is 3 to 4, so 7 seasons is still a pretty strong thing. Like, that's no slouch. There's no slouch to bro.
But fell far short of the Adrian Peterson level dominance that was predicted. Another player who never lived up to their predicted dominance was Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney is one of the most hyped defensive prospects in NFL history. The South Carolina defensive end became a household name after the hit in the 2013 Outback Bowl, where he destroyed Michigan's Vincent Smith and forced a fumble in one of the most iconic plays in college football history.
That was a pretty iconic. I've seen that play at least like 4 times just on scrolling through Instagram, so that's actually crazy.
He finished 6th in Heisman voting as a sophomore, led the SEC with 13 sacks, and was named a consensus All-American. The Houston Texans selected Clowney first overall in the 2014.
Bro, how often are All-Americans bust? It does feel as if often, like lately, like getting, if your name isn't somewhere, it's low-key not a good thing anymore. It feels like so many round 4s, round 6s, round 7s, like, are really highlighting and showing big plays. Like Kyle Monangai, bro, really rock with his game. Hopefully he gets to show it off in the playoffs. Because, bro, it's just such a different era right now. I feel with a lot of this type of stuff, it's such a different era with not just content creation, with sports, with media, but like, bro, I'm rocking with it, bro. I'm just rocking with people coming in and showing that they have the right to be dominant as well, bro. And that's pretty dope to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Draft with expectations he'd become the next J.J. Watt. His rookie season was derailed by a microfracture knee surgery, limiting him to just 4 games. In 2015, he played 13 games and recorded 4.5 sacks. Solid, but definitely not dominant, and honestly, it's a little disappointing. But his breakout would finally come in 2016, where he earned his first Pro Bowl selection with 6 sacks and 16 tackles for loss, showcasing the disruptive force everyone expected. Clowney's best season came in 2017, where he recorded 9.5 sacks, 21 TFLs, and forced 2 fumbles, while earning another Pro Bowl nod. And it looked like he finally arrived at becoming a really
got that dog in him.
But that would be the peak. After leaving Houston, Clowney became a journeyman, bouncing from Seattle to Tennessee to Cleveland to Baltimore to Carolina and now in Dallas. Over 12 NFL seasons, he's accumulated just 62 sacks, averaging barely 5 per season. For context, his former teammate J.J. Watt had that in just a 4-year stretch. The issue with Clowney has always been clear. He relies entirely on his natural athleticism rather than developing technique or counter moves.
And that'd be the issue with that stuff, that, bro, eventually athleticism fades, bro. Everyone's in their peak physical physique, bro, with this stuff. And you might not think that the dude with a bigger belly is, bro, but you gotta realize, bro, like, these are specialized positions for different formats, bro. The running back is not gonna have the same mental or the same body composition as a defensive back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, bro, to see stuff like this. And I always love to see players get it all, bro, as does everyone else, man. But that's the one thing about, like, the sport, bro, is that you never know when your time is gonna be up. So you gotta just put all your, like, passion in every single day and just keep going with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, bro. Cloudy World, and we gone.